So we were on Route 15 from Makkah to Medina. It's very straightforward. It's 280 miles and takes about 4.5 to 5 hours. As we left in the early evening, we could see some of the beautiful scenery of the area, which is a mixture of mountains and deserts. One of the things we noticed about driving in Saudi Arabia is that the speed limit changes quite often, and you have to be very careful about it because there are lots of speed cameras around and they're very different to the ones that you see in the UK. We stopped for dinner at the very popular Baik restaurant, which is a chain of restaurants across Saudi Arabia, and it's very famous for its fried chicken with spices and flavour injected right into the meat before cooking. My husband and son tried the barbecue thigh burgers, but they found that they were a bit dry. I was disappointed as I had ordered the chicken pieces but got chicken tenders instead. It really hadn't lived up to the hype that I'd heard about it. Maybe it was because it was just quite a small restaurant. After 5 hours on the road, we reached the outskirts of Medina and caught our first glimpse of the minarets of the Prophet's Mosque. They have green lights on top of them and it looked absolutely beautiful. So now we had to find our hotel, get unpacked and then get ready to go to the Madinah Haram Sharif, which I was looking forward to so much. Finally we got to the Madinah Movenpick Hotel, which was quite easy to find, and inside it was beautifully decorated. It's very close to the Madinah Haram, so that's very convenient, and it has its own underground car park, which is a really big bonus for this hotel, I have to say, and it was really easy just to park up and take the luggage upstairs. It was about a 10-minute walk to the Haram from the hotel, and as we sort of set off, we were taking it nice and easy really, just to sort of get a feel of the place and looking around at the buildings. And we were there again in the very early hours of the morning to go to the Haram Sharif, and it was not particularly busy. As we reached the Haram Sharif, it looked magical with its white marble floors and buildings. It's very well lit and not too busy. The umbrella canopy had not opened. You can see all the poles in the images, which when open form the most beautiful canopy for pilgrims. The green dome of the mosque was quite a bit smaller than I'd imagined, but ever so beautiful. The architecture at the Prophet's Mosque was outstanding, with its simple archway doors and lots of fine intricate detail. There is a separate part of the mosque, door number 13, which opens onto the prayer area for the ladies. The officials in this area are also female only, and look at this beautiful ornate door that leads into it. Inside the Haram, it was so peaceful. The architecture is very similar to the outside, but it was like a blanket of calmness covering you, and praying there was such a spiritual experience. I can't really explain it. It's very well lit and the lighting helps to make it light and airy. After praying, I went outside and got my camera out to make a short video. I was stopped at the entrance by the mosque official and was told that I could not make a video. Eventually she let me stand in the doorway and just make a short clip of what I could see from there. As I left the ladies section of the mosque, I started to make my way back to where my husband and son were waiting for me, and I noticed that all the umbrellas were now open. It was nearly 3:30 in the morning and it looked absolutely magical with all the lighting. It just looked like a fairyland really. We had a short but very magical time at the Madinah Haram, and now it was time to head back to the gate we'd come in from and back to the hotel to try and get a few hours sleep before it was time for Fajr prayers and breakfast. After a fabulous omelette breakfast at the hotel, we set off for our next destination, which was going to be northwest of Medina, about 380 odd miles, and it was going to take us another 4 hours to get there. So we set off on a lovely bright sunny day to Al-Ula, which is an ancient Arabic oasis city which is still located in the Medina province, and it was a market city on the historic incense route as well. En route to Al-Ula from Medina, we were going to see a lot of different geography and geology of Saudi Arabia. There were going to be lots of different types of small mountain ranges, and also the desert, which is what I envisaged Saudi Arabia to be. Please join us for part 3 of our Saudi adventure, which takes us to the amazing place called Al-Ula. If you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please like, subscribe, share and turn on your notifications. I would love to hear from you, so please comment below.